ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be back again to talk about my business, swan-to-one-datingcoach.com. How it came about, its target market, and what benefit it delivers to the single people I work with. But before all of that, can I just have an indication by a show of hands who finds dating as a topic interesting? Okay. There's, who's seen any of the TV shows, Take Me Out, The Undateables, Blind Date, which is classically hosted by a fellow Liverpudlian, Cilla Black. It's now a global show, yeah. The Italian one's the best. If you haven't seen the Italian one, it is really the tops. And by a show of hands again, could I ask you who is single? Now take a good look round the room for a moment. Now all of those with a partner, hands up. Okay, thank you. It used to be the job of couples to introduce their single friends to other single people they knew. But somehow this service has dwindled. There have never been so many single people in the world. There have never been so many ways to connect people together, access to places to meet, people to see, share ideas and have fun. However, more people are alone than ever before. When people are ready to invest in their future relationship, ready to make a change, some lucky ones come to me. They choose a professional coach to help them date successfully on their terms, and they're not single for long. And they enjoy the process of finding their match. Some of them have tried all kinds, and I've heard some terrible stories. Maybe more of that at another time, but with confidentiality. Obviously there's no names or anything. For some people, the terrain has, they haven't been single for a very long time, and it can be because they're bereaved or they're divorced, or some people come round from a very successful career. They find themselves in a situation, it's almost as if they're waking up from a dream. They don't know where to start, what's expected, what the norms are these days. They can't read the body language, they don't get the verbal cues, they can't read the signs. And some people come to me because it's slightly hush-hush because they've heard of the fabulous successes I've had. And just like Tallulah in the Bugsy Malone film that I've been practicing in the kitchen with my daughter, who wants to be Tallulah in the school musical at 9 years old. You don't have to be lonely. Come and see Bryony. I can chase your troubles away. Something like that. Okay. Those of you who've heard my icebreaker 2 weeks ago might remember that I'm what's called a chartered marketer with a Master of Philosophy, which is a high-level degree by research at UCS University. In marketing, it's all about finding out what people and companies are looking for and matching it with potential customers and letting them know you exist. It took me 5 years of lectures and hard study to come up with that, and you've got it in a sentence. In April this year, I caught up with a farmer friend of mine I haven't seen for 30 years, Stuart Taylor. He told me I've always done this. Apparently, I got off with getting people together, or as he put it, you always got off with people, getting people off with other people, Bryony. That's how we speak in Liverpool. And he laughed and laughed when he'd actually found out I'd made it a business, a career. I've done workshops, a blog, I've got a book, I've done TV programs like Good Morning, where I talked about single holidays, have my own radio show, I do guest interviews, I do American phone-ins. I think it's because they like my accent, but it's been quite a roller coaster. Last month I was filmed about a book, I was filmed about the book I wrote, you know, one of my little books, about the art of internet dating by an initiative that Esther Ranson's involved in, which is about loneliness in later years, because it is a killer. And David Cameron's been banging on about it as well. There are plenty of help out there for singles who'd rather be a double, but I can take the research out of it for people. I've done the reading, I've done the research on the internet dating sites. I've been a speed dating coach. I've hosted loads of singles events, mainly in London. I could explain what works, what doesn't work, what to look out for, what to avoid. And my first two courses in terms of being a coach were paid for by the AU, so thank you guys. The other ones, the master resource level and things like that, I had to pay for myself. So, if you know singles who have the resources and would work well with a professional like me, let them know. The most advantageous way you can. Now, so you have to kind of, it can be quite insulting to say, you know what, you need a dating coach. That can be quite insulting. You say, I know someone who can really help you. You'll be doing them a big favour, and me. After all, what could be more important in a person's life? On a wider scale, start introducing your single friends to each other. Thank you.